the WGN Hometown Voices Tour presented by Allstate. Back to the Steve Cochran Show live from Welsh Ryan Arena in Evanston on 720 WGN.
Jim Phillips joins us, the AD at Northwestern. You look great, and you smell even better.
I'm glad you had the applause light shine up on the big screen there, so everybody gave me applause, because that staff is not happy to be here this morning, this early. We usually roll in here about 9 o'clock, shoot some baskets like you've had a chance to experience, and then have a few meetings, then go over to Ryan Field, kick a few field goals, and break for lunch, and, that's kind of the morning.
Just another day at work?
Yeah, just another day at the office.
So, Jim, you've got 4 games left in the regular season. 6-2, a lot still to be decided. At what point does the bowl selection process, or your role in it as an advocate for Northwestern, when does that really heat up, and when do you start having the conversations about different permutation and where you might end up?
Well, it started earlier in the year, Dave. Every weekend that we have a home football game, there's a few bowls that kind of trickle in, but I would just tell you tomorrow and Saturday we're filled with bowl reps that are here. We'll have a conference call of the Big Ten, those that are eligible for bowls this year and those that are nearing eligibility, which means they have to get to 6 wins on Sunday. And so every week we'll have that call on Sunday afternoon to try to distinguish where teams may go, and it will really be based on how you finish the season, what's your overall resume look like, how many wins that you've had, your strength of schedule, how you'll travel, have you been to a certain bowl in a while, because they try not to have you repeat just for interest, and matchups. If it's going to be against an SEC team or an ACC team, maybe you've played that team during the regular season. So it's an inexact
science. There's a lot to cover.
There is a lot to cover, but you have to stay on it. One of my responsibilities is to be a huge advocate, to paint the story. Going into last weekend when we had the off weekend, we had played 8 games. We had played 4 top 25 teams. I'm not sure there's many teams in the country that had played 4. We were 2-2 against those 4 teams. We beat Stanford, their only loss of the year. Duke's only loss until that crazy finish last weekend against Miami. And then we had gotten beat by Iowa and Michigan. So our strength of schedule, as you see from the College Football Playoff Committee, we went up to 21 in the first ranking. So we're a very attractive team. We travel well, but we have to finish the season right. So again, it's in the balance, but there is a lot of advocacy work going on right now.
But Allstate, wonderful partners of ours for a long time, including the Allstate Showcase Studio back at the historic Tribune Tower and the Allstate Hometown Voices Tour. And one of the things we get to do when we do these is meet some of the local agents. And today, Anthony Shoemaker is here. Good morning, Mr. Shoemaker. How are you? One of the things you get to do as a community Allstate agent is support causes that are near and dear to you. And you and your wife and your family are going through something pretty significant in your own lives, which leads to this piece of the conversation. So let's start with the most important piece. Tell us about your little girl.
Well, my little girl Melanie, our little girl Melanie, was born with, as you mentioned, a lymphatic/vascular malformation on her behind, as well as some other skin abnormalities that she's been getting treated at Ann and Robert H. Lurie's Children's Hospital, in particular the pediatric dermatology department.
Something you probably never thought about or knew about or ever know you need, and now they're a huge part of your life.
Definitely a huge part of our life, and we are so blessed, in particular, for Melanie to be treated by the head pediatric pediatric dermatologist, Dr. Anthony Mancini. He has just been so wonderful. We're blessed for Melanie to be under his care, and that's why when I was given this opportunity to donate this $1,000, I didn't blink an eye before I decided that I wanted this money to go to Ann and Robert H. Lurie's Children's Hospital of Chicago.
Now, I have to admit some ignorance here. I'd not heard of the condition in particular. Is it fairly rare, or is it common with kids?
You know what? We're really not exactly sure what is causing the malformations, but it's. And I'm not naive about this. There's many parents out there that have many greater worse things that they're dealing with.
Well, that's
with
nice of
their
you to say,
children.
and that's absolutely true. But it doesn't mean that your stress and your wife's stress and your little girl dealing with this isn't difficult. So I salute the fact that you're stepping up and doing this.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I second what you have said about Lurie Children's. My daughter-in-law, Lauren, who's going to have a baby pretty soon. I haven't had a chance to bring that up, have I? She works there and is a terrific nurse. And Mark, you've done a million stories about Lurie Children's.
Our son, Matt, they saved his life. He
Right.
had something rare called Kawasaki disease, and only Children's Hospital. There's one expert in the country. He is at Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
They said, you're lucky. You're in town.
That's the thing. I mean, sometimes it's just meant to be, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure, Anthony, you feel the same way, having the head dermatology doctor. Is that the person we're talking about?
Yeah, the head of the pediatric dermatology department, Dr.
Okay.
Anthony Mancini, has just been wonderful.
All you Anthonys hang out together, don't you? Look at you. Congratulations on that, and nothing but good wishes for your family and your little girl going forward.
Thank you.
Shouldn't have to deal with that at any age, but it's got to be hard. So we're hoping good thoughts for you, and thank you for the generosity. We're live at Welch Ryan Arena, the Allstate Hometown Voices Tour. The house that Dave built.
No, hardly.
No, and honestly, we kid around with Dave because, frankly, it's fun.
It is fun.
But I have to say that the respect that he has here at Northwestern comes from years of being the best play-by-play man in the business.
The best blessed play-by-play man.
That's exactly what I tried to say. And does a phenomenal job with football and with basketball,
Yes.
and works his butt off. And I'm glad you're my friend, but I'm also glad that Northwestern has you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I hand it
That's
back.
true.
Very nice.
Go Dave.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of your Northwestern basketball team, right here. The boys play for Chris Collins. You look great. Great summer.
Yeah, it was really good. It was, the NCAA allows once every 4 years you're allowed to take your team outside of the country for competition, and we took our guys to Spain for a great 2-week tour, Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia.
Are you playing club teams?
Pro
University?
teams.
Pro teams. Wow.
Yeah. So it was
Wow.
a great experience, did a lot of sightseeing, great team bonding, and
Yeah, for sure.
it was a good head start to the season. So it was exciting, and we open now next Friday, a week from today, so looking forward to getting going with the season.
You guys are so close to kicking it up to the next notch.
We are excited. I feel we've made a lot of gains these 2 years. The kids have worked really hard. We've got good guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do this year. I think we have a team that can compete. I'm really pleased, like I said, with not only how we're playing, but just everything around here, just the commitment by everyone to make our program relevant and a factor in the Big Ten. And now is the time for us to continue to make steps forward. It's going to be fun to see where we can go.
And you love a loud building, and I know you do, Dave, as well. So where do you get tickets for games?
Let's see, how about nusports.com or
That would
888 Go Purple?
Yeah,
You made a comment the other day to Dave in regards to the game you and I are about to play.
I did.
Do you remember?
Did he pass the message
Yeah, he did,
along
but do you
correctly?
remember? Well, tell people what you said.
Yeah,
trash talk here?
Well, I just said, I'm not into charity wins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a father, and I have a 12-year-old. I never allow them to win in anything. I want you to feel like if you won, you really won.
Right.
So,
That spirit doesn't run in the
so
family or
those-
anything.
That's
No.
not. I'm not into those mercy.
So you don't take a dive.
I'm gonna let the host win because it's his show. That's just not my style.
We were going to play horse, and I said, nah, that's not enough. And then I suggested we play Northwestern University basketball, and that's a lot of letters.
So do you think that would go till the 10 o'clock news tonight?
Probably. So instead, we're going to play cats.
Oh, good.
David and Andre will do the call. Andre's going to do the color.
Okay.
We're going to go
I was
out
going
and
to
shoot.
Mark do the color.
Mark it all out as well.
We could both do the color.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
This
You
will be
can do the
colorful.
color with me.
I'm wearing purple for you today.
Yeah,
and
okay,
getting dogged
okay.
all
All right,
over
look at the
social
trash talk's
media.
off the
Look
air.
at that.
And
I can watch.
The only caveat to all this is I brought you your own special Northwestern University basketball jersey. With your
Yes, you gotta wear
So
that.
if we're gonna play, you have to don the jersey.
No,
That's the
no,
only
no.
thing.
Did you get it's a small, isn't it?
Youth medium.
Yeah, perfect for me. All right, so we'll get suited up and we'll go shoot in just a second on 720 WGN.
Collins wins Cats.
Congratulations, everybody.